Ireland, now based in Melbourne, it's Chris Allen. Mark the Hammer, it's going to be good to see Chris Allen back in action.
Well, Chris Allen is a very, very tough fighter. Last battle against Amir Shafiqur, of course, was an awesome battle, one of the best Thai fights from Australia's scene right here on Fox Sports.
And making his way to the ring is Queensland's Wayne Parr. You might not have heard of him here in Australia, folks, but in Japan and in Thailand, Wayne Parr is a household name. In fact, he fights under the ring name John Wayne, Mark.
Well, John Wayne indeed. He is certainly a celebrity in Thailand and Japan. The Japanese absolutely love this boy. He's put on some great battles over there in Tokyo. And he only arrived in Melbourne 2 days ago, straight from some fairly intensive training in Thailand for this bout. And you can bet that Wayne Parr, he certainly is here to fight and certainly make a name for himself.
No, hook kicks to the lower legs in the clinches, understand that? Listen to my commands, touch gloves now in the last round. Good luck, fellas.
Well, look at the stare down there from Chris Allen, the Manchester Machine, up against Wayne Parr. All the way from Queensland. He's armed and dangerous, as we can tell. Walked into the ring with a holster strapped around his waist.
Malcolm.
And this one 5 by 3 minute rounds. Full-blown Muay Thai rules, knees and elbows, folks. You can sense the anticipation in the air for this one. Brought to you by Tarak Solak Promotions here at the Crown Casino in Melbourne. As we said earlier on, Wayne Parr, a household name in Japan and Thailand. Chris Allen also returning recently from being overseas. Last time we saw him was in that epic fight against Amir Shafiqur here on Fox Sports. And speaking of the Prince Amir Shafiqur,
You see Chris Allen just throwing an elbow there, Michael. Got to be quick, pick those elbows up. When you're watching this at home, watch for those short in movements as Chris Allen powers up with those elbows.
Chris Allen, there was no shortage of elbows from him in his last fight. One of his stronger points in that contest. Traditional Thai fights, both men would feel each other out for the first round and then pick up the pace as the rounds progress. Slapping round kick off the lead leg there by Chris Allen. Neither man tying it up yet and working the knees. Nice leg kick there from Allen.
As is tradition in Thai fighting, the fighters do start fairly slowly in the first round and just see what their opponent's respective advantages and disadvantages are and work the rest of the rounds from there.
1 minute 30 to go in this round. Allen just firing him with the right hand, ties him up, tries for a short crossing elbow to the side of the head of Wayne Parr. Didn't quite find the mark. Your third man in centering again. Referee Bryce Burt whistle. There was Parr with the right elbow of his own.
Bryce Burt whistle is no stranger to Thai fighting rules. He's a man that obviously trained me for my Thai fights, and he's a well-schooled and a knowledgeable fellow when it comes to the rules of Muay Thai.
Under a minute to go now in this round. Both fighters just feeling each other out. There's Parr trying with that left elbow. Only 21 years old, Wayne Parr, already made a huge name for himself overseas, so they start to trade some leg kicks down low.
Interesting to check the weights on these two. Chris Allen.
There's a right hand from Chris Allen, a straight right to the jaw. Sent Wayne Parr down in the blue corner. He shakes his head and says, I'm okay to continue.
As I was saying, as Chris Allen looks slightly heavier, I'll have to try and get my hands on those weigh-in stats. But certainly Chris Allen is a fairly powerfully built young man.
End of the first round of action. Mark the Hammer Castellini will just let you know that Wayne Parr weighing in at 69.5 kilo and the Manchester Machine Chris Allen at 67.3 kilo at the weigh-in.
So yeah, there's a little bit extra there in Chris Allen's favour, but nevertheless Wayne Parr, great first up round, just getting caught, although from Chris Allen. The statistics for that. The first round showed Wayne Parr 7 connecting punches, Chris Allen 16. So he's really powered up on the punches in respect. We see the boys going at it. And there's that right hand that just caught Wayne Parr on the back foot.
We're underway in the second round. Muay Thai between Chris Allen out of the blue corner and Wayne Parr out of the red corner. You can expect the intensity to be increased in this round. Nice inside leg kick to the rear leg there from Chris Allen.
Wayne Parr goes the elbow, but his range is just a little out. All he needs is for one of those elbows. Obviously the elbow is a very bony part of the body to connect on the forehead, which is also not a very fleshy part of the body, and the cut will be immediately opened. But obviously you've got to connect it and get it right on.
Wayne Parr just catching those punches on the gloves, retaliating there for round kick to the ribs, didn't quite find the mark. Left hook leg kick combination there from Chris Allen, then goes the inside leg and the round kick. Leading off with that right elbow. And the first real grappling situation of the fight so far in the centre of the ring.
See Chris Allen working the front and the sides of Wayne Parr's thighs with those thumping knees.
Mark, I'm just wondering if a cut has been opened to the side of the head, the left side of Wayne Parr. I can see some blood on the left side of his head, and we'll just try and check that on the camera.
It is in the hair. I can see what you're talking about, Michael, but...
Leading in with the left elbow there was Wayne Parr. He checked the low kick.
There you see it on the screen. The side of Wayne Parr's head has been connected with an elbow. So just a little blood coming from there now.
Front kick off the right leg from Wayne Parr. Trying to move in and tie Chris Allen up again. Pretty well matched for height, both of these customers. And a nice inside leg kick there from the Manchester Machine. Of course, you have to be so much on your game in Muay Thai. All 8 weapons of the body being employed. The legs, the hands, the elbows and the knees. And there's Chris Allen just working that left knee to the rib cage of Wayne Parr. Nice front kick off the rear leg there from Allen.
Chris Allen is certainly, he's got a bit of a height advantage and he's using that quite well. Wayne Parr looks to be having a little bit of trouble getting around his reach. As Parr takes another trip to the canvas, but unfortunately just a slip. Or fortunately just a slip.
You can see the blood on the left-hand side of the head of Wayne Parr. There's the end of the second round of action, Mark.
Well, a good round at the second one, as we just try and get a close-in look at the side of Wayne Parr's head to evaluate the damage that it was done there by the elbow. He's in turn thrown some good elbows of his own, Wayne Parr, but none of them really getting on. And Chris Allen, at this point, is doing it quite well. He's using his range. There you see the hook coming out as Wayne Parr powers up with the leg kick, and there you see the supporting leg taken out from under Wayne Parr, which is a legitimate takedown. Statistics fairly even all round. Above waist kicks, however, Wayne Parr 10 to Chris Allen 3. Leg kicks 5 Parr, 8 to Chris. As we see the boys go at it again, you see Wayne Parr really power up. There's that inside leg kick just taking Parr right down, and well executed and perfectly timed from Chris Allen.
Go red. Let's go.
We roll into the third round of action. The Manchester Machine against John Wayne.
Corner tidied up, please, Dave.
We saw the intensity step up in the second round. You can bet it's going to fire up even further here in the third. Slapping round kick to the body. Just caught on the forearms there by Wayne Parr. Nice front kick off the rear leg there from Chris Allen, just not enough mustard behind it to do any real damage. And they tie up against the ropes.
See Chris Allen there working the front of the thighs with the point of the knee. The idea of that is to cork the opponent's legs so as to stifle his movement and his footwork.
Wayne Parr just dumping Allen to the canvas in a show of strength. A spinning back elbow, it looked like there from Chris Allen. You can also hear support for Chris Allen being yelled at ringside from stablemate Stan the Man Longanides. They tangle up over towards the blue corner. Parr just negating the knees of Chris Allen by bringing his leg up.
That is a knee block. That is correct form. Just take that leg out so it can't work and do any damage on you.
You can see the left or the right side of the head now of Wayne Parr bleeding quite heavily. He's been cut with the elbows there of Chris Allen. There's one for Chris Allen again. That'll make Wayne Parr wish he was someplace else.
Chris Allen getting that left elbow right on the button and hitting Wayne Parr on the skull with that.
Well, Wayne Parr now bleeding from both sides of the head. A sweeping inside leg kick there from Chris Allen. Surprising me at the moment, Mark, that both fighters aren't working the knees more.
Well, they're making it a much cleaner fight. When you see the grappling, if you're not a true devotee of this sport, you don't really know what the fighters are doing in those clinches. But certainly at this stage, it's a great spectacle for the crowd.
If it gets any worse, mate, I'm going to stop that. Right?
Referee Bryce Birtwhistle just paying attention to that cut on the side of the head of Wayne Parr.
You heard him say if it gets any worse, he's going to stop this fight. So you can bet that Chris Allen is going to go after that cut and do just that, try and make it a little worse.
Parr ties Allen up, tries to work the left knee over against the ropes. Allen continuing to go with those lower knees to the lead thigh.
That's it, mate, you're right.
Bryce Birtwhistle, just a word there to Wayne Parr, has been cut under the eye. And referee Bryce Birtwhistle has decided to stop the fight, it looks like, Mark.
And that's it. That's got to be the best thing for the fighter. His eye has now been hit with a right roundhouse elbow. There you see the damage to the eye, and that's not going to get any better. You can trust me when I tell you that. It's certainly a deep gash to the eye. Right roundhouse elbow from Chris Allen.
Well, look at the size of that cut there, Mark.
Wayne, you have to be warned.
I just assume stop it. One hit on that, mate, he's going to open right up.
I've been in Thailand, I've been listening. You must be warned that you could end up with quite a lot of bleeding, quite a large scar afterwards if you choose to go on.
That's Dr. Peter Lewis talking to Wayne Parr over in the corner. He's a brave customer, Wayne Parr. You can bet he takes a lot of knocks like this over in Thailand. He wants to go on with it.
The doctor can overrule the referee, and he has done that.
Well, Mark the Hammer at the end of the round. What a sense of excitement in the air. Wayne Parr's going to continue.
Do you see that right elbow? I think it's just the. I think it was just on the point of that right elbow. That it could have been a subsequent one that came sometime after that. But I think he just got caught with the right elbow under the bony part of the eye there, and as is with some parts of the head, as they just go to work on the cut there of Wayne Parr. It's just split the skin, but it's swelled quite badly. And what can I say? I'd have to agree with the centre referee in saying that's not going to get any better, and all it's going to have to take is a jab to make it a little worse.
No, that is not allowed, I'm sorry. Sorry. Not even a finish.
There you see the right elbow crushing in on Wayne Parr's face as Chris Allen just stands back and has a bit of a look at at the scoring point, and he certainly caught that elbow flush onto the bottom of the eye, or above the cheekbone. Chris Allen showing surprisingly good form with his elbows here tonight. He's actually gone on and honed his elbow skills further from when he fought Amir Shafirpour. Some of his elbows went a little astray on that night, but tonight he's getting in and his range is perfect and he's landing him right on the button.
Seconds out, round 4.
Dr. Peter Lewis ringside just chatting to members of the Martial Arts Control Board.
The Martial Arts and Boxing Authority, they also can overrule and stop the fight, but they're happy for it to go on. They are the official government body of boxing and kickboxing in the state of Victoria.
We're into the 4th round of action. You can bet that Chris Allen will go hunting after that cut. He has a target to pursue. And Wayne Parr, a brave man to continue with a cut that size, just dumping Allen to the canvas in another show of strength. Parr's come out fired up in this round. We really have to guard that cut on his left side.
As the referee and the doctor were looking at those cuts on Wayne Parr, I distinctly heard him say, I've had worse in Thailand, and you know, this is just another day at the office for Wayne Parr.
Nice connecting right hand it was by Chris Allen, straight to that cut. Short uppercut by Allen. Wayne Parr looks like he's walking around with a squash ball under his eye, tries to fire in the left elbow, didn't quite find the mark. Chris Allen just working a nice left knee up to the ribs. Both men decide to trade knees, some corking knees down to the thighs. And referee Bryce Birtwhistle there to keep it nice and clean. There's that lead right hand from Chris Allen, catching the leg, trying for a downstairs sweeping leg kick.
Well, Chris Allen is looking very sharp here tonight, Michael. Sharper in more than one respect. His technique is on the money, and his elbows, they're like razors, and they're cutting Wayne Parr up.
Almost 2 minutes down in this round. A spinning back elbow there from Wayne Parr. Comes close, but no cigar. And they tie up over in the neutral corner. The crowd really appreciating that technique, one of the more spectacular techniques of Muay Thai. Parr trying to line up.
As they go for the knees, I think a lot of the AFL footballers ringside here would have to appreciate those corking knees to the thigh. In some of their games, they get corked thighs and they're out for up to 2-3 weeks. But these boys are taking them repeatedly, one after the other. And that's got to be testament to the conditioning of a Thai kickboxer.
Chris Allen weathering a bit of punishment now, and another cut opened up this time to the side of Wayne Parr's right eye. And if I'm not mistaken, Chris Allen might have a little mouse under his left eye as well. Okay. These elbows marks certainly opening up some damage on both fighters.
Well, that's a difference between boxing, kickboxing, and Muay Thai kickboxing.
Okay. Now,
Thai fighting is
in his eye, so he can't see and concentrate. But we're not allowed to flourish. We're not allowed to provide any treatment during the round.
Okay. Let's go, mate.
Thai boxing is a very lethal sport. It's an ancient art of Thailand, and they used to use this to settle some fairly serious feuds in the ancient era. And these boys are bringing it home here tonight.
Wayne Parr coming out of the corner like a house on fire, just dumps Chris Allen to the canvas. And listen to the crowd go crackers here at the Crown Casino.
Well, Chris Allen is probably wondering what he has to do to put this boy away.
The end of the 4th round of action. Intestinal fortitude incredibly there by Wayne Parr. Mark the Hammer Castanini. I love what I'm seeing so far.
I'll tell you what, Michael, Wayne Parr, you've got to take your hat off to him. He's been hit with everything from Chris Allen, and he's still there. He wants to fight. Although he's been hit with a lot of clean shots, you really have to ask yourself what benefit is it for him to go on. But he thinks he can take it. We see him there trying the spinning hook kick, following with the right hand. And Chris Allen just moves out of the way, works that lead leg, comes back with a jab. As they tie up, Wayne Parr flings him to the ground, throws him over his lead leg, and takes Chris Allen down. That is, of course, a scoring technique in Thailand. The takedowns are also considered scoring techniques.
Touch gloves. Touch gloves, fellas.
Well, blood continues to stream from the head of Wayne Parr. The fifth and final round of action against the Manchester Machine, Chris Allen. They come out smoking in the final round. Parr goes downstairs, a crushing leg kick to the lead leg.
And look, watch out for that right roundhouse elbow from Chris Allen. I noted his corner telling him to use it. I'm just waiting for the moment when he's going to find it the right time to attack. Here we see those corking knees to the thigh again, as the AFL players stare in awe.
A look of determination on the kisser of Wayne Parr, and time being called again. Didn't have his mouth guard inserted. Got to watch out for that one. A ripping round kick, and there was the right elbow from Chris Allen. Didn't quite find the mark. Calls from Wayne Parr to fire his technique straight through the middle onto Chris Allen.
See Wayne Parr biting at that mouth guard with determination. Lead roundhouse kick to the body.
Oh, he walked straight into the left elbow of Chris Allen on that occasion.
And that was an uppercut elbow right to the bridge of the nose of Wayne Parr.
And referee Bryce Birtwistle has called an end to the fight. A sensational display of elbows from Chris Allen. And in the end, poor old Wayne Parr took more knocks to the front door, and this one's all over, Mark.
Well, that uppercut elbow just broke Wayne Parr's nose. Straight into it. Chris Allen, what an expert in technique. Technically brilliant elbow strikes. Razor sharp, speed, timing. He had it all here tonight with his elbows, Chris Allen.